Authority Commissioner General Githii Mburu says the tax authority will no longer rely on tax declarations made by the telco companies. Instead, they will set up their own systems to monitor the transactions of the telcos so that they can remit taxes based on their transactions on a daily basis. Mburu stated that they had deployed a similar system in the betting industry, which has seen tax collections from the sector increase by more than 50%. He added that this will help the government reach the 3 trillion shillings revenue collection target in the next financial year. Faisal Ahmed has more on this story.
In its quest to increase tax collections by sealing all tax loopholes, the taxman has set its sights on telcos, stating that it will not be relying on self-declared taxes. Rather, they'll set up their own systems within the telcos to monitor transactions and enable payments of taxes on a daily basis.
That we do not rely on self-declarations from the traders. We want to see it live. They are transmitting the information daily, and we can see it. So that we don't have to rely on them, we rely on the systems.
Kenya Revenue Authority Commissioner General Githii Mburu also reiterated the proposal outlined in the draft budget policy statement, which seeks to accord KRA access to individual transactions on mobile platforms in a bid to bring more individuals into the tax bracket.
We are looking at the telcos themselves, the business, the revenue, the income they generate, the transactions they generate, and the taxes that we should be collecting from those transactions. We are also going to use that data to now focus on other businesses and individuals who have been making money, earning income, and which has been escaping our dragnet.
KRA says that they have already deployed the technology to be used in the betting sector, and they have seen contributions in the sector increase by 50% in a short period of time. Mburu says they expect the same to happen with the telco sector.
The technology that we are implementing right now, we are integrating with certain sectors like the betting sector for daily remittance of revenue, but more importantly to have visibility of all the transactions happening in that space, so that we do not rely on self-declarations from the traders. We want to see it live. They are transmitting the information daily, and we can see it.
The KRA boss says that they are aware of the revenue demands by the National Treasury, and they set targets of 3 trillion shillings that they are expected to collect in the next financial year. He added that intensifying tax collections will ease the burden on government borrowing.
But we are very much aware that the government needs much more revenue, so we are doing everything possible to ensure that we surpass our target by a significant margin to ease the pressure on our borrowing.
Mburu was speaking at the World International Customs Day, where he praised his team for surpassing the half-year targets of 728 billion shillings in customs duty. He also said that they have intensified surveillance to seal all loopholes that have seen increase in revenue collections and have helped them nab illicit goods that were on their way into the country. With tax collection targets of 3 trillion shillings in the next financial year, KRA says that it's going to leverage on technology and also sealing all loopholes to ensure that they get to that magic figure of 3 trillion shillings. Faisal Ahmed, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
And so those far-reaching proposals